Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into Heart and Hustle Houston. Let's go. So we start off with Chloe. She and Jordan are at a baseball date, right? Um, Afterwards, they go and they sit down and they get to talking about their age. He is 17 years younger than Chloe. So she's like, what's going to happen when I'm 60 and you're 40 something? I'm going to be older with wrinkles. I'm not going to be as fine. I think that is something you really need to think about before you start dating people that age. You know what I mean? Like, that is going to be a problem. But then they get to talking about her son, and Jordan feels like he is grown, Nico, her son, and he should be out of the house. But she's like, she doesn't have a problem nurturing her son, and she's not ready to throw him to the wolves because he was there. He helps her. He was the only person who still stood in when her husband died to help her with her girls. So, I mean, but that's her son. And Jordan could be her son too. So sit down, Jordan. So Latoya is talking to Miss Sylvia, that's her counselor, after she's had this run-in with Manera about her being cutesy. And she let her know that even though that's how you are, that may be a trigger for her. And so Latoya said, the ladies are being a little disconnected. Do you mind coming in and having a talk with us? So she's about to set up a counseling session with her and all the girls with Miss Sylvia. So Manera had planned for her husband and her mother go out on a double date. At first I was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. But after I sat and watched it, it made a lot of sense because she said that felt like she was in the middle of their back and forth. But the mother said that he always walks around with a face, right? And he says that he's always thinking about business. He's thinking about the next thing. And they talked it out. And she said that she was appreciative of him and she couldn't see her daughter marry anyone else. And she loves the way he takes care of them. And he said that that's his job and he strives to do that. And then they talked about going on their little separate dates like the bingo. So maybe it was a good thing to have them get together and talk it out because we need to see what the strife was. And now we got to understand and it should move good, going forward. Plus the fact that the mother is in the house and he is okay with it, that is fantastic because you don't see that all the time. So kudos to them. So Labrina has a 15-year-old by someone else and she's co-parenting with her 15-year-old pop's father. And her current husband, they have a little girl together, right? But her 15-year-old is having some problems in school. And when the child is with her, he's doing well in school. When he's with his dad, he's not. So she is hoping that the child can come back to live with them and to get him back on track. And I believe she will keep him on track. Hold on, we're going to have to take this in doses. So Chloe's in here feeling bad, crying because Jordan made her feel bad about putting her son out and making him be grown, right? So she was like, the hardest part about it is that he was really telling the truth. So Nico has come home and told her that his problem with her because they haven't talked because she going with somebody as young as Jordan. And it's weird. And she's weird. She was like, yeah, but when I was your age, I had my life together. He talking about, not really. Excuse me? What? Under this roof? Child, he talking about he a rapper and been in the studio a couple of weeks ago. Sir, you need to be living in the studio. Talking about he about to get out of here. And go where? Studio time cost. Does he not work? I don't like the way he talking to Chloe. Child, Chloe done took me talking about so. He told me he can start rapping tomorrow. Nico has lost his mind standing here talking to his mama like this. She told me something, you got a video? You should have a video out by now. Sir, what are you doing? And living in the house with your mama. Let's keep going. So Labrina's mom and dad are over and she's talking about her son and what's a good age, for a kid to leave the house. And the dad said 18. They have to have something going on. Then Labrina talked about she got pregnant at 19 and she was living with her mom and her stepdad. And her mom was like, you have rules to follow. If you can't follow them, you have to leave. And she said she was out of the house before her son was even 1. And she said she didn't have the tools that she needed. Now, this is a breakthrough conversation. They are talking it out. Labrina's getting it out. Her mother says that, you're definitely in a better place now. But of course she's in a better place. She's on a 5,000-acre mansion with horses and stuff. Of course she did better. But she's saying that she wished that she had more guidance and had somebody to teach her more then, but she's able to do that for her children now, right? Because she's co-parenting with her son's father and they're kind of going through something. Child, so the ladies have come together with Miss Sylvia, right? So they're talking. Elena starts. She said that she and her husband are sleeping in separate rooms. They're going to seek counseling separately, then come back together. So in her confessional, she says that she's not sharing everything. But with Josh, he has just broken her trust so much. Girl, look, we only have a few more episodes. What is it? Because like somebody said on my live, we don't have 5 or 6 seasons for you to tell us that he done had 2 babies and dabbled on the other side of the rainbow or something. We don't have time for that. Let's go. I'm with Chloe. Let it out. Okay? Let's make a show. I absolutely love Ro. I love Ro. Her thing is parenting her daughter at 12. That age is a crazy age. In middle school, she's trying to figure herself out. She could be a little awkward. And Rose said that she doesn't have anybody. She couldn't go to her mother because her mother's way is saying ground her or spank her or something. And she was like, it didn't work for her because she was still bad. So she's just learning to parent better. I just love Ro, and she's going to be great. Child, Labrina and Chloe done broke me down. Labrina's talking about she got problems because, like she had her baby when she was 19 and her situation with her mother, she felt like she was in survival mode. Chloe talking about that's what she feels like she is because she don't want to lock her son out, but then he so disrespect. Child, this is a lot. Chloe said that her being in survival mode was her trying to make sure the bills was paid. She really didn't hone in on how her son felt. She said, I didn't care how anybody felt. She said, I was just trying to make sure the bills was paid. Now she over here questioning her mother, her mothering and why her son could be mad at her. Could he really be mad because she's dating a younger man? Or maybe like she's giving him the attention that he feels like he needed. It's a lot. And Lateria is going through a lot because her father just passed away and she's dealing with a life without her cheerleader, right? And Miss Sylvia is like, you don't realize, like, you're dealing with stuff. Now you got to learn a different way to deal with whatever you're going forward. Child, look, everybody needs somebody to talk to. Everybody. I think with the Mineria situation, just don't call her cute no more because it's not that serious. We do know you have multiple children. You have a husband. You have a mother living with you. You are a grown woman. We understand that. We got it. But if it didn't trigger you and it just annoyed you, I mean, okay, she said she's not going to say it again. Why are we still talking about this? I love how the sorors worked it out, right? But I still feel like Monera was doing too much. I'm sorry. Maybe she just should have said pretty. I love Chloe. Not Chloe said that she invited single ladies out and she invited Elena because she kind of single anyway. It's Ro for me every day. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is Ro for me every day. I'm Ro. Ro is me. Okay, my mama called me Ro on the low for real because why is Shaniqua here? Why is she over here with our friend group? We don't know you. And like Ro said, why you keep popping up? I know that's right. Like Ro said, if we have a ladies night out, you need to let us in on it so we can be comfortable and get ready to know what we're gonna talk about. Because what we might want to talk about, we might need to change, right? And like Elena said, this needs to be a surprise for everybody. That everybody wants, not Shaniqua. Chloe, you messed up. You'd have brought Shaniqua here and she'd have called Ro out of her name. Why is Shaniqua here? And it's going to be continued next week. And I hope Ro pulls her esophagus through her nose. I cannot with Shaniqua. This was a good episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. It's your girl Millie Chan. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.